day, the amount of volatility which the FIs get, a lot of trades for the retail, that also gets kind of impacted a lot, and we are seeing that from the days when it's changing, when the two trading two closing sessions have come in Tuesday and Thursday.
But the budget can't do anything about it. I think it'll need to be a SEBI decision that comes in at some point of time later. But on the tax front, yes, I know fixed income, real estate, everybody is asking for parity with equity taxation. I don't quite know really. Let's see. But LTCG could be a big one if it comes.
I would say needs it.
I don't for now. To reverse the flows.
He's really lobbying for it.
Just to close out, did you guys see markets where y'all went? Because when I was returning home from Coimbatore, I passed through Market Street. It was a Monday evening and around 7:30. It was packed. It was buzzing. And I was just thinking, is that the case everywhere?
Domestic consumption.
Yes, it was very strong, and I must say, in Indore, the average purchase price, if you must be thinking, it's not around 50-100 bucks, 200-300 bucks for a normal food plate, and everywhere people are filled, and it was a Saturday and a Sunday, both the days we saw it was fully packed.
Which bodes well.
So I was speaking to Marico, they clearly said that what has been transformational in terms of reforms for boosting consumption is last budget income tax cut and then GST cuts. That has both boosted the consumption pattern across country.
The PLI part will be something to watch, right? But because EMS companies in Pune like Sirma, the conversation, while they are not in mobile, Dixon is very big in mobile, and those are expiring in March 2026. The PLI that they get for phones, that's almost 50 basis points. Now they yesterday on the call said that we will see, we put our foot forward. We want the government to do it, give us incentives after March as well. But the amount that's produced in India already covers 99% is all manufactured in India now. So if they want to get into nuclear PLI amongst others, that'll be something to watch.
This is not the time perhaps for the government to pull the rug.
Pull the rug, exactly. Yes.
Under what is working.
Their point is we've given you enough for the domestic industry to thrive. Now you want more for exports as well. So Dixon right now, and while the stock has done well today, largely the results were weak on this aspect of margins.
Recovered finally.
So there is that from 2026, what will happen, they don't know. They are hoping for some PLI benefit that continuing in those segments, but it's very limited because he's one of the biggest, 80% of mobile manufacturing in India is one company. So might be other segments that you would want to boost amongst others in electronics.
Okay, so a lot of learnings from the ground, from the entire team coming in on NDTV Profit. But remember, there is so much more coverage, whether you see it on our website, whether you see it on our social media handles, whether you see it on all of the shows that we do. So a lot of granular detail there as well. But our attempt has been to bring your voice together ahead of the budget. And of course, this is the destination that you watch for all your budget news. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, we are on this budget yatra, and we are in the midst of a solar field, and we are at the KP Group's facility in Sudi in Gujarat.
At the Biswa Bangla Gate, New Kolkata meets old industry. From Century Ply to Titagarh and Berger Paints, the message ahead of the budget is clear. Growth needs clear policy support.
NDTV Profit is in Indore, India's cleanest city. But in store, we are going to look after Indore's nightlife, what are the industries, and of course, the industry's budget expectations.
NDTV Profit has travelled all the way to Lucknow. This city is known for its delicious Awadhi food. This city is known for its tehzeeb. And this city is known to be one of the top 5 GDP contributors to India's development.
Budget for Bharat travels to the city of Bengaluru, a city which has given us so many innovators, so many startups. I am spending time in a startup hub to get a pulse of the city and to find out what the startup founders want from the finance minister.
रश्मि, ये मैडम बड़े शहर से छोटे शहर बसने जा रही है, बताओ।
अंकल अंकल, इंडिया के छोटे छोटे शहरों में ही तो है बड़े बड़े अखाड़े।
नए नए दावपेच सीखेगी और फ्यूचर में मेडल जीतेगी। और बेटा इनका फ्यूचर?
बड़े पापा, SBI लाइफ से इनका फ्यूचर सिक्योर है।
तभी तो इसकी जीत का इरादा पक्का है। करो पूरे अपने इरादे,
अपनों से किए सभी वादे।
SBI लाइफ अपने लिए,
अपनों के लिए।
Presenting iSIF by ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund. Launching two distinct strategies, iSIF Equity X Top 100 Long Short Fund and iSIF Hybrid Long Short Fund. NFO closes 30th January 2026. Investments in specialized investment fund involves relatively higher risk, including potential loss of capital, liquidity risk, and market volatility. Please read all investment strategy related documents carefully before making the investment decision.
The global plastics industry comes together at Plastindia 2026, the world's largest plastics exhibition. Visit and explore opportunities from 5th to 10th February at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi.
Nowadays, fake UPI handles are posing as trusted brokers, advisors and trading platforms. और अगर आपने double check नहीं किया, तो your money goes straight into the scammer's pocket. SEBI is stepping in with two major shields, जिसे डिजाइन किया गया है to protect you, the investor, from shady intermediaries and fly-by-night scammers. Use कीजिए validated UPI facility और safeguard करिए अपना hard-earned money.
An investor awareness initiative by SEBI.
My bhai, do you know any cool bank जो digital first हो?
SBI coolest है।
What?
डिजिटल लोन्स 30 मिनट में, AI मॉडल्स 140 प्लस, योनो यूजर्स 9 करोड़, डेली UPI ट्रांजैक्शंस 33 करोड़।
Cool तो है।
चलो, SBI, the banker to every Indian. Truly.
Hello, Moto.
Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. My name is Puneet Zaveri, and over the next hour or so, we'll try and solve all your queries right here on Ask Profit. Before we do that and a lot more, let's quickly look at how the markets are doing, because it's been a very interesting session in the sense that there was anticipation of a downtick in the implied open, and it started off like that. We've seen some bouts of buying across the last hour and a half, but then again, we're still continuing that 100 points downtick just below the 25,300 level. When you look at the heat map for the Nifty 50, it will also give you that perspective in terms of the key stocks. Stocks like Hindalco were down and out at the start of the trading session for the heat map, down almost 5% at the start of the trading session, largely continuing to do so. Apart from that, Infosys, JSW Steel, HCL Tech also down in the red. In the greens though, ITC as a result, largely what Mahima told us was in line. So you're seeing a green on that, up 1.2%. It's been a stock that's been impacted because of the increase in duties on cigarettes, and hence this quarter was important in terms of what comes out of the commentary. Nestle, Tata Consumer, Apollo Hospital. So FMCG staging a comeback after being down and out in yesterday's trading session. Also, let's look at the sectoral heat map now. Before I toss to Mahima for the broader markets, because yet again, in terms of the sectoral heat map, you're seeing consumer durables, FMCG, as I mentioned, defense, media continuing to be in the green. While on the reds, metals have actually just reversed all those gains, and Hindalco definitely one of the culprits of that. The IT, CPSE, energy, all down and out in the red right now, and you're seeing Vedanta cutting that stake on the screen down. So Hindustan Zinc, which has been one of the key winners along with Hindustan Copper, is down today. But Mahima, overall in the broader markets, lot of results reactions today. But what are you picking up?
So there's more action in the small cap space today as compared to what the mid cap is doing. The mid cap 150 is largely flat, down by about 0.06 odd %. But the small cap 250 is in the green, up 0.6% as we speak, and at its day's high point. Let's quickly pull up the advanced decline ratio as well, because that will give us a picture as to how that chart is looking like. It has diverged, and of course right now we have more advances as compared to declines, so slightly skewed towards the buying segment. But the BSE 500 will give you a picture as to what are the counters that are doing well and what are not performing well. Vodafone Idea leading the pack, up 12%, followed by something like Vardhaman Textiles up 7.6%, Star Health up 6% as well. Raymond Limited doing fairly well, up about 5 odd percent. But on the flip side, you have counters like Hindustan Zinc, as Puneet mentioned earlier, down 7 odd percent. Nalco down 8%. So the metal pack seeing profit booking today. Hindustan Copper, which was locked in upper circuit yesterday, down by about 7%. Vedanta also down 7%. Something like a Deepak Fertilizer, Hindalco also down by about 5 to 6% each. So that's with regards to where the markets are concerned. But Niva Bupa is another counter that is in focus, and this is on the back of its numbers. To discuss as to how the quarter has gone by and how things are shaping up for the counter, we are joined by Vishwanath Mahendra, who's Executive Director as well as CFO of Niva Bupa Health Insurance, joining us now. Mr. Mahendra, thank you so much, first of all, for taking out the time. My first question to you is, with regards to the loss which is reported. Just want to understand that this is largely driven by the one-time acquisition cost versus, the underlying claim of inflation that is there. Just want to understand as to what describes that number.
Yeah, good morning, and thanks for inviting me to the show. So just to address your question, let me take a minute to explain this loss which you are seeing. It is reported loss on IGAAP basis, Indian GAAP basis. And the reason goes back mid of last financial year when there was a change in accounting of long-term policies. And that's something which has dragged for a few more quarters. But just to show you what is the underlying real economic performance, we also get our accounts audited by our statutory auditor on IFRS basis. And those have been published, available in public domain, including in stock exchanges and our website. So there, if you see, and there's a complete matching of premium and claims and cost of acquisition. There we have shown a profit of 208 crore for these 9 months and 77 crore for this last quarter, which is Q3. And both have shown growth over last financial year. So that's the real, measure of our economic performance.
Mr. Mahendra, good morning and thanks so much for joining us today. It's Puneet this side. Largely, a couple of questions. One on your claims ratio. It has seen an inch up for the 9 months basis, what I'm talking about. The overall at 65.4, it's up almost 120 basis points. You've also seen the retail claims ratio largely been in line at 67%. Now, probably the market expecting it to reduce is what the expectation was. Any view that you can offer on what is the company's targeted numbers in both these aspects? Where do you expect it to go?
Yeah. So if you see overall loss ratio, of course, it's a also a question of composition of retail versus group, and group also has different component. But retail health loss ratio, like you mentioned, it is 66.9, which is a shade below last year's 67%. And given this, medical inflation, given all those change in mix between new renewal, etc. So we are very comfortable for this ratio to be stable, which is at 66.9%, 67%. And good thing is, with increase in volume of new business, we are able to negate that impact of change in mix as well as medical inflation. So that's something which is very positive.
Mr. Mahendra, on your any view that you can offer on the combined ratio as well, largely at 108%, I'm sure you'd want to reduce that, but any medium-term guidance, if not the near-term, FY28, where do you expect this number to go?
Yeah, Puneet, here also I'll draw your attention to IFRS combined ratio, which is 102.9%, and that includes one-time impact of this new labor codes, which is 20 crore. If I remove that one-off, it is 102.6%, which is 80 basis point better than last financial year, 9 months. So that is really showing a good trajectory. This year we should be better than last year by close to 1% or 100 basis point plus. That's a trajectory we are looking at currently. And idea is every year to improve it by 100, 120 basis points so that we can be below 100, let's say, in FY28. And what that translates to, and this is IFRS, which has more stringent definition. So if you are, let's say, in 99 to 100% combined ratio, you are in the vicinity of mid to high teens return on equity. So that's been our endeavor to keep giving the real value to customer in terms of better claim settlement and grow this business profitably to give appropriate return on equity to investors.
Got it, Mr. Mahindra. Thank you so much for taking out the time. So I think from your answer, I believe that that normative range of 97 to 98% that you've guided for should be achieved in the next year anytime, correct?
Mahima, so it is 98 to 99% on IFRS basis, because I just wanted to clarify this number because definition is different.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mahindra, for taking out the time and helping us with all those candid answers that you gave. We look forward to speaking to you in Q4 as well. But with that, viewers, time to take all your stock-related queries. We understand that this is earnings heavy season and a lot of management conversations that keep coming and going in between your questions, but we promise that we'll answer all your questions in today's show. We're also joined by CA Tapan Doshi, research analyst at www.catappan.in, and Raja Venkatraman, the co-founder at NeoTrader, joining us now. Welcome to both of you gentlemen. I'll take up the first question, and this is from Prakash, who's writing us from Chennai. He's wanting a view on IEX, and he says that he's booked out from Tata Power at around 400 rupees. He invested that money in IEX and now is in a loss. He wants to know if he can wait further or book his losses at the current moment. Raja, I'll come to you on this one specifically. From a slightly short-term perspective, what would you suggest?
Yeah, IEX had been going through a consolidation, and the recent breakdown which has happened is clearly indicating that there could be more pressure to the downside. So I would say that it is a call for exit, but exit on a rally. The stock is showing some signs of rebound here, but overall prospects of IEX remains muted. So any rally to closer to the region of around 135 levels could be a good opportunity for one to exit.
The view, Raja, and welcome to the show. The next question that's coming in is on Olectra Green Tech. Now, our viewer actually has been holding this 2,000 shares at 1,234. So he's currently sitting on a loss, asking if he can hope, for any kind of incentives for EV bus manufacturers. That'll be something that'll be very big boost to this industry, Kirtana, and I hope that comes out. But let me welcome in Tapan Doshi as well. Tapan, your quick view on Olectra Green Tech. It's an expensive stock in that in compared to the other automakers, but any view that you can offer, Kirtana?
Yes, of course. Hi, Puneet. I think maybe we can wait for the budget or something comes from the EV side. And of course, if you see the performance, overall sales and profitability is good. But yes, because the stock is so much, valuation is on high, so that's why it's corrected a bit. But yes, it has fallen a lot. I think you can wait for some time more, maybe, and wait for the budget, then take a call. Maybe something on the EV part, maybe government will be announced. Just wait for these few days at least.
Got that view, Tapan. The next question that's coming in is on Paytm. It's a stock that's in focus also today. The company came out with its earnings yesterday. The con call happened today, but not too much reaction is what we're seeing on the stock. And viewers actually bought it at 1,300 rupees per share. Currently, a little bit down and out from those kind of levels for Rohit. But Raja, he's asking if there is any expectation on the charts to go back to the 1,300 level since he's a short-term investor.
The NBFC baskets have been holding on well, but Paytm unfortunately spent a lot of time in consolidation, and the recent crackdown which has happened in the last few days has been quite severe. So I feel that we could experience more decline here. Yes, the entry point was at the right juncture where the movement could have set off on either side, but right now I am seeing that there is the floor is right now only at 980, so there could be a further decline here. So it's best that use the low for the day as a stop loss, and if it travels anywhere below 1100, it will definitely be a call for exit.
Got the view, Raja. But the next question that's coming in is on KPI Green Energy. Now, Srikar from Andhra Pradesh had asked us this question. He's asking, holding 961 shares, but he's not actually mentioned his buying price, unfortunately. But Tapan, your view on this particular stock, should Srikar continue to hold?
See, the stock, of course, that has also fallen a lot. And see, overall, we know that green energy is going to the rough time now. All the stocks are falling a lot. But I think you can wait for some time. And the results overall was okay, not so great, but yes, it was comparatively okay. And I think things will be settling down in next 1 or 2 quarters. I think bottom is somewhere near only. He can wait for some time or 1 or 2 quarters. I think things will be better from here.
Got that view, Tapan. The next one that's coming in is on Motilal Oswal. Now, our viewer Suman from Kolkata actually holds roughly 23 shares bought at 885 rupees per share, asking if she should continue to stay invested or exit. Tapan, let me come back to you, because post hitting that high, the stock's seen a consistent correction. The recent Q3 results also didn't enthuse the street as much. Your view, should she continue to hold, average down? What would you recommend?
No, I'll not suggest him to average down here, no, because the broking business is facing a tough time, and no SEBI regulation is actually impacting the volume. And still, I think more discounting will be there in future also. So my suggestion is how they will convert into more for wealth management. That will take time to don't average. I think she can wait. If it comes up, no, she can exit also. My suggestion, exit from the broking business.
Okay, all right. So that's the view coming in on Motilal Oswal. The next question that we have is from Yashwant, who's writing us from Bengaluru, asking about Gujarat Fluorochem. He's bought at the levels of 3,700. Can we try to pull the charts up? Experiencing a loss of around 17% is what he's saying, and wants to know if he can hold or exit from a short-term perspective. Raja, I'll come to you on this one. What's the view like for charts of Gujarat Fluorochem?
Yeah, the chemical basket has been having some pressure, and they have been performing in pockets. And currently, as far as Gujarat Fluorochem is concerned, the stock has been pressured ever since almost for more than a year now. And the pressure continues to dictate the flow of movement. So I feel that the stock could be more pressured. So it's a best to exit right now. Yes, there may be an interim rally, but that will be used to sell into. So one can actually either keep a stop at 2,900 or use rallies towards 3,100 as an exit criteria.
Got that view, Raja. The next question, it's on FEM Industries. It's a auto ancillary play that's actually done well for its investors. Let's pull up the one-year chart very quickly. Gaurav Kasera from Pune is actually holding 30 shares at 2,107. So very close to the current market price, but there you go, over 50% return for all investors who got in at the right time. Tapan, his question largely is, if he can add more for the next 6 months to 1 year, what would you recommend?
Yeah, the stock is good, even the performance is good, and I think he can add maybe around 2050 little bit if it comes down. No, overall their management commentary is good, and as the automobile industry has done well in next few quarters, also I am expecting it will do well. I think this stock may also do well as an auto and say company. So yes, hold it. I think in 1 year it may give you a decent return.
Okay, all right. So that's the view coming on FIAM. But the next question that we have is from Suresh, who's writing us from Pune. I think he's asking about electro steel castings. He's bought at the levels of 98 and wants to know whether he should hold or exit this counter. He's holding around 600 odd stocks of this company. Raja, I'll come to you on this one. Your view on the charts?
Yeah, definitely the stock is headed lower, and from the time of entry, it has come down quite a bit. But what I would say is if one can hold on with a stop loss at 65 and wait for a rally here, so that rally again will place some pressure, but then you can actually buy into the stock at the current levels, because a rally can emerge closer towards 115 levels.
Got that view, Raja. The next question coming in the hospital space. Now, Jay Krishnan, he is a regular viewer from Kerala. So thanks so much, Jay Krishnan, for sending us your query. It's on Apollo Hospitals, bought at 7,463, asking what he should do for the next 6 to 9 months and if it's a good time to add. Raja, on the valuation front, Jay Krishnan, do have a look at it. But Raja, on the charts, is it a good time to add this stock?
Yeah, it's a perfectly good time to add the stock. The stock has been going through its paces. Yes, the stock is a good mover as well. So the recent decline which we saw in the last week has now resulted in some good base getting formed. So I would feel that this is a good point to add. With the stop loss below 6,700, it could be a good bet for some upside in the next coming months.
Got it, Raja. The next question that's coming in is on 5-star finance. Now, Meena is actually writing us from Kuala Lumpur for this query. Thanks so much for sending us your query, Meena. Asking that if it's a value pick and a good one now for some time in the future. Tapan, it's a stock that's gone through its fair share of correction. Would you consider it a value pick, a value trap? What would you recommend?
No, yes, 5-star business has gone down a lot, but yes, at this valuation, I'm quite comfortable. Even the past few quarters, of course, result was a little bit shaky, but I think as the interest rate coming down and in future, management is also positive. Yes, at this level, you can enter, and you can enter at a SIP level. I think it may do well in next 1 year.
All right, okay. So that's the view coming in on 5-star business. But the next caller that we have, Manav, is calling us from Gurugram. Manav, hi, a very good morning to you. I believe you have a question on NTPC.
Hi, good morning to everyone. So today I have a query on NTPC, which I have 50 shares at an average price of 350, which I purchased I think 14 to 15 months back.
Okay.
And so the stock was in a very consolidation mode, it went to somewhere around 320, 325 levels, but I had, in a hope that I should hold on to it since this is a power sector and, the project takes a long time to, get into energization and, they take a long time.
Right.
And since I'm hopeful in the budget as well that I might hear some, we all might hear some good positive news on some power sector. So I'm hopeful on counting on that also.
Got it, Manav.
So,
yes.
Yeah, so should I hold on to it for another good long years, 3-4 years?
Got it. Okay, Manav. Got your question. I'll take this up with Tapan then. Tapan, your quick view on NTPC from a long-term perspective.
Yeah, NTPC valuation is okay, and even he should wait for the budget, let something come out from the budget, and at this valuation he can hold it. I think this stock may give you a steady return. It will not run away, but I think decent return you can expect. So please hold the stock.
Got your view, Tapan. The next question coming in from Satyan, who's also a regular viewer and has been flouting the rules recently by sending a couple of them together. But Satyan, I can take only one question, and it's on Schaeffler. He bought it last year at 4,000 rupees per share, asking if, and is currently sitting on a loss of almost 10%. So he's asking if we should continue to hold. He has mentioned that he wants to, probably shift to something else. But Tapan, as a stock, not cheap yet again, but that MNC tag does help to maintain those valuations. Any view that you have on Schaeffler? If you looked at the recent results the last couple of quarters, what would you recommend?
See, last couple of quarters results are okay, not a big jump, but I think this stock is comparatively decent. Okay, and if we can hold for another 6 months, 1 year, I think this may do well. I think capital cycle is coming up, capex are spending, and this stock also may do well. So I'm positive on this stock. Better to wait for some 2-3 quarters more. It may give you better return.
All right. Okay. So that's the view coming in on Schaeffler India, but. Viewers as well as our guests, it's time for a rapid fire round. Raja and Tapan, we'll try to throw as many questions as possible at you, and you try to keep your answers as short as possible to buy, sell and hold. The first question that we have is from Saurabh Banerjee, who's writing us from Ranchi, asking about Ola Electric. He's got 1,000 shares of this counter. Should he wait or hold for the next 6 odd months? His buying price is 105. Raja, your view?
Hold.
The next one is Time Technoplast, and our viewer Sriram is holding at 50 rupees is what he's mentioned. So it's at 180, so he's done very well. Should he continue to hold, Tapan?
Yeah, hold with stop loss.
Okay, the next one is from Devendra, who's writing us from Hyderabad, and he wants to deploy in IT companies. Tapan, what would your pick be?
Yeah, it may be Coforge.
Lenin from Hyderabad is asking if it's a good time to enter Bajaj Finance at the current price. Raja, would you recommend?
Yeah, Bajaj Finance is a good pick, and with the budget coming up, this is the right time to enter Bajaj Finance.
Okay, Tata Technologies is the next one. Deepak from Dubai is holding 100 shares at an average price of 1058. Should he continue to hold or exit? Tapan, your view?
Hold it.
Valor Estate is what Kavita is holding from Australia at 1,700 shares at 178. So she's currently sitting at a loss. Is there any view, Tapan, on this counter?
Yes, she can hold for 1 quarter more, see the result, otherwise exit.
Okay, Endurance Tech is the next one. Dr. Lavanya from Eluru is holding at the levels of 2,600 and 200 shares is what she's holding. She wants to know if she can continue to hold this or average out. Raja, your view?
Yeah, I would not I would not recommend averaging out, but one can continue to hold.
On Vedanta, Raja, what's a good level to exit is what Sridhar is asking. He holds it at 690. What rate can he exit in profits?
Yeah, so I would say that instead of thinking about exiting, I would be looking to buy it on dips. So buy it close to the levels of around 650 levels and continue to hold because the stock has got a lot of promise. The stock has just started moving up.
Greece Cotton is the next one. Shyam Kumar wants to know if you can continue to hold this from a long-term perspective. Tapan, your view?
Yeah, hold it.
CIAT bought at 3,850 for the long term, Tapan.
Yes, good stock, hold it.
Okay, Vanitha from Kuwait is asking whether she can add cams at the current levels or not. Raja, your view?
Yeah, I would recommend no.
The next question is coming in on Devyani International. Our viewers bought at 150. Is this the right time to accumulate more, Raja?
No, the QSR is not going through good pace. No.
Okay, Amara Raja is the next one. Pushpakant from Chennai wants to know if you can go ahead and invest at the current levels. Tapan, your view?
Yeah, valuation is okay. He can enter.
A difficult question, Raja, for you. Hindustan Copper, if it's a good time to enter for the next 4 months.
One should buy in parcels. That will be the best bet. One should not exit.
Got it. Well, it's a wrap on this first round of the rapid fire in this edition of Fast Profit. Tapan as well as Raja, thanks so much for helping us solve all these stock-related queries along with the rapid fire. We wish you the best. But viewers, time for a very short break. Lots more action and stock queries getting resolved on the other side. Stay tuned.
रश्मि, ये मैडम बड़े शहर से छोटे शहर बसने जा रही है, बताओ।
अंकल इंडिया के छोटे छोटे शहरों में ही तो है बड़े बड़े अखाड़े।
नए नए दावपेच सीखेगी और फ्यूचर में मेडल जीतेगी। और बेटा इनका फ्यूचर?
बड़े पापा, SBI लाइफ से इनका फ्यूचर सिक्योर है।
तभी तो इसकी जीत के इरादा पक्का है। करो पूरे अपने इरादे,
अपनों से किए सभी वादे।
SBI लाइफ अपने लिए,
अपनों के लिए।
Presenting iSIF by ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund. Launching 2 distinct strategies, iSIF Equity X Top 100 Long Short Fund and iSIF Hybrid Long Short Fund. NFO closes 30th January 2026. Investments in specialized investment fund involves relatively higher risk, including potential loss of capital, liquidity risk, and market volatility. Please read all investment strategy related documents carefully before making the investment decision.
सोचो आप सुबह उठते हो, अपना ट्रेडिंग ऐप खोलते हो and your portfolio is empty. Scary, right? This is the nightmare of getting hacked or scammed online. And here are some basics that you always need to stick to. हमेशा याद रखिए, digital hygiene is a key factor towards safe and successful investment.
An investor awareness initiative by SEBI.
माही, कोई कूल बैंक सजेस्ट करो ना जो सोशली कॉन्शियस हो।
फिर तो SBI कूलेस्ट है।
Really?
SBI ने होनहार बच्चों को स्कॉलरशिप्स दी, गांव के यूथ को ट्रेन किया, स्पेशली एबल्ड को सपोर्ट किया, विलेजेस को अडॉप्ट किया।
That's so cool, man.
SBI, the banker to every Indian. Truly.
Budget 2026 isn't just about numbers, it's about direction. It's about growth. And at NDTV Profit, we are tracking it from the ground up.
We bring you market-moving insights with the most credible voices.
It's about your wealth. We bring clarity that will define your financial future.
From the heart of the capital to the pulse of the streets, we decode the budget for you, for your profit.
Budget 2026, the growth agenda.
Co-presented by SBI Live. अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए. Introducing Motorola Signature. Don't blend in. Stand out. Co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian truly.
The NDTV Golf Pro-Am, in partnership with PGTI, comes to you from the heart of South Mumbai at the historic Willingdon Sports Club. The city's classic layout provides the ideal canvas as India's finest golfers share the fairways with the country's top corporate leaders. Mumbai style. Watch at these heights.
Presented by The Bold Look of Kohler. Co-presented by
Hello, Moto.
Welcome back. You're watching us Profit here at NDTV Profit. For viewers who are tuning in, you can either give us a call and ask your queries, or also WhatsApp us on the numbers that will flash on your screen up there. Before we take on your questions, a quick look as to how the F&O queues are looking like right now, and we have Puneet standing by to help us decode exactly that. Puneet, over to you.
Well, some key stocks which are rebounding definitely back is from the consumption space. We spoke about it at the start of the show, and that's visible in ITC, HUL, Asian Paints amongst others being in the green, but largely a screen dominated in the red. So the metal pack impacted, so is the IT not reacting too well, Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech amongst others. When you also look at the key aspect of BankX, and we'll get to that in just a bit, for the Sensex, of course, there's not been too much change in open interest, but largely continuing to be in the premium. For BankX specifically, you're seeing Yes Bank, IDFC First being the most active and the top trades in that space based on volume. In terms of for BankX, that's largely the picture there. In terms of long build-up, you're seeing Vodafone Idea as well as PG, Electroplast as the key stocks that are the most active. 12% up move on Vodafone Idea today, while PG might be a big beneficiary probably from Sirma's earnings amongst others. In terms of short covering, Blue Star definitely had a quarterly result which was impacted by labor codes, but the street has given it a positive view of 4.5%. So is Premier Energies. In terms of long unwindings, NMDC and Tata Steel are the couple of counters that are under pressure today, while Nalco and Hindustan Zinc continue to see build-up of shorts, and Hindustan Zinc up 7%. So that's largely the BSE F&O setup. A lot of metal pack that's under pressure today.
Metal pack under pressure and probably seeing some profit taking now. So people who had FOMO for Hindustan Copper and Hindustan Zinc rally are probably feeling a tad bit better today. But moving on to your stock related queries, we've got our next question, and this is from Sharat, who's writing us from Tirupati. And of course, before I go on to that, let me welcome in our guest for the day as well. We have Rajesh Bhosle as well as Astha Jain joining in. Welcome to both of you, and thank you so much for taking out the time. Sharat is asking about TruAlt Bioenergy. He's got 30 odd shares at the levels of 496 and got the allotment in the IPO. He says that he wants to know from a long-term perspective, can he continue to hold or maybe switch to something else? Astha, a very good morning to you. Your view on TruAlt?
Hi, good morning to everyone. If I talk about TruAlt, yes, the IPO came recently, and what we have seen, the pricing was decent in the IPO, but stock was not able to perform so strongly on the forces. And what I believe the main reason behind that there were certain risks which turn out to be fair, I suppose, for this counter, and they were mainly dependent on the sale of ethanol. So I think the major dependence on the sale of the ethanol was the major drawback, and hence we have seen that the IPO, which came at 496 issue price, and it was valued at around 29 times of price to earning multiple, was not able to sustain. I think this is the company which is one of the largest biofuel producers in the India, but we really need to see how they will perform on the earnings basis, because that is the only place where we can see some sort of smoothness in the valuation if earnings are strong. So right now, just wait for the earnings and then make any call in this counter. Till that, hold the counter is what we are suggesting.
All right, so that's the view coming in on TruAlt Bioenergy, but the other counter that remains in focus is Dabur. Now, it did come out with its Q3 earnings yesterday. Numbers were largely in line with what the street was expecting. Volume slightly below what was expected from analysts, but overall there is positive commentary coming in with regards to where the long-term targets are concerned, and management has also highlighted early signs of demand recovery in Q3. To discuss all of this and to understand as to how things are shaping up in FMCG as a whole, we're joined by Ankush Jain, who's the CFO of Dabur India, joining us now. Ankush, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure speaking with you. My first question to you is with regards to where volumes stand. We've seen gradual volume recovery in the past 2 quarters for a lot of FMCG names. Just want to understand, this time the other staple names that came out with the numbers could and were actually able to post a high single-digit growth in terms of volumes. Just want to understand this 3%. Can you improve from here on, because it's slightly below with what analysts were expecting?
Yeah. Good morning, Mahima, and good morning to all your viewers. Yes, our volume increased by 3%. But just to give a broader context first, to everyone, our RSO increased by 6%, and PAT, in fact, was a strong double-digit growth of 10%, so which is after almost 2 years. So 10% increase in PAT, driven by efficiencies, even operating margin improved by 30 bits and grew by 7.7%. Now coming back specifically to volume, volume is also a gradual recovery. From Q1 and Q2, it improved, it has sequentially improved, and we are seeing definitely positive signs post GST transition. September, October, and little bit of November, there was some GST transition-led disruptions because the trade trade was holding higher MRP-led products, and they were waiting for lower MRP-led products to get into the market, and so were consumers waiting for. But having said that, there is a gradual improvement. Our December is better than November, and November was better than October. And January also, as we step into, we are looking a higher volume growth than what we saw in Q3. So we are optimistic that things post GST stabilization and cut is likely to improve from here, and we expect Q4, therefore, to be marginally or slightly better than even Q3 with all the initiatives of ours. So things are looking much better than what they were.
Can you quantify that for me, Ankush, the volume growth that you'll be looking at from here on?
Yeah, so while it will be difficult and it's too early in January, we are selling too early, but I think it should be better than what we have given in Q3, because Q3 got impacted because of GST transition, but Q4 will be better than this. I think so at this point.
Okay, fair enough. Ankush, with regards to your EBITDA margins, slight improvement is what we've seen this quarter, but there were no price hikes taken. And you did say in your con call that you are planning to take price hikes in Q4. Just want to understand that from here on, because now we've seen easing in terms of where raw material pricing stands. So is there scope of improvement in margins? If yes, from a slightly long-term perspective, let's say FY27, do you think you'll be able to come back to that 21% range of margins?
I think the margins from here on should improve. Yes, we did not take any price increases. In fact, we had to reduce prices because of the GST cut. But going forward, we will be taking only very calibrated price increases. Wherever inflation persists. So to protect our margins, they will be taken, and from next year we would obviously resort to normal price increases. And we also follow the competition. Wherever we are challengers, we follow the competition. Wherever we are leaders, we see our internal dynamics in terms of cost, etc. So there will be, but however, having said that, next year I see more volume-led and slightly top of price increases depending on inflation and competitive context. But EBITDA margins should improve definitely, given the fact that this year, and this year, we improved our operating margin by 30 bits. This was despite the fact we saw almost 6% inflation, and our GST benefits went away, which was substantial. Otherwise, our operating margin would have grown by double digit. So despite the one-off, we were still able to increase our operating margin, and going forward in Q4 also we expect the same. And with volumes likely to improve further, next year also it would, because we will get efficiencies in operating leverage. Plus, we expect the inflation to moderate, which will give us room to also invest further in advertisement. So we are positive for Q4 and even next year. Things have definitely started improving.
One last question, Ankush, with regards to what you said in your con call. You are seeing, improvement in terms of where demand stands, but how is the divergence between urban as well as rural demand?
So in fact, urban and rural demand still continues to be high than urban, and it has been almost now 8 quarters or so. But the gap between the urban and rural has come down. What it means, if a rural was growing by 500 basis or thereabouts higher than urban, currently the gap has come down to 300 basis, and both from December onwards. Now coming from December onwards, urban and rural have again started picking up, while October, November got colored because of the transition. But urban also has started going up, inching up, while rural still continues to be higher. But the gap has reduced though. Yeah.
All right, Ankush, thank you so much for bringing us those details and of course taking out the time and speaking with us at NDTV Profit.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mahima.
Yeah, always a pleasure speaking with you, Ankush. But viewers, that was Dabo for you. Q4 for sure looking stronger than what they did in Q3, and of course FY27 also looking forward. The guidance remains strong. But moving forward to our next caller, Avi is calling us all the way from Australia. Avi, hi. Thank you so much.